is up, YouTube? It's been a while. I'm still alive, still here. Just been away for a little bit, working on some personal things, and just, you know, life, things that take me away from making YouTube videos. But anyways, I've got some time there now. I'm back. I'm going to go over with you what I've been working on, you know, my new boat, go over show you guys the SS. I'm sure you've seen it on Instagram. Another project that I've been working on out here. And then if you stick around to the end, I'm going to walk through kind of, you know, what's been happening this summer, where we've been, why I haven't been on here and all that kind of stuff. Break it right down. No secrets, no holds barred, let you know exactly what's going on in my life. And yeah, anyways, let's do a little tour of the new boat, the project I'm working on, and then we'll get to what's going on in the world. And here we go. So this is it. This is a 2000 model Allison SS that I purchased locally from a friend of mine, John Bigelow. An interesting thing with this boat is that this boat actually won the World Championship in Jasper, Tennessee, I think in 2016 in the lake racer class. So it's the boat's got some pedigree. It's been around a while. It's got some history, and it's just a really cool piece. I've always really liked these boats, so I was able to pick this one up. It worked out really good. And as you can see, it's just on a single axle Allison trailer, but we had upgraded the rims to the Sendell rims. And yeah, there's you know, this is basically my pro stock package here. It's a 15-inch FF 200 with my shorty drag cowl and JC's cone lower unit that we ran. We just put it back on the stock bracket here, and I'll pull the cowl here in a minute and sort of go over what we did with the motor. And inside, there's actually a bench back seat that goes in here too. Really nice one, but it's out right now as it's got the inline buckets. But yeah, and the inside here, we did some upgrades to it there. Again, this boat was super clean, but I just wanted to modernize it. I changed to the new Lavorsky gauges. They're the carbon fiber with the chrome bezels. Upgraded the steering wheel. Put the Brendan Powers foot throttle in. It's a lot smoother action. And still a couple things I want to redo the switch panel. We're going to go with it. You know, as you know, we do a lot of speed wire stuff here, so we're going to update it with some speed wire stuff. So, but I just sort of tidied it up in here, and really enjoying learning to drive this boat. Interesting, it's got the low hatch on it on the rear, but I've actually purchased, I found a really nice OE white, already white and black, with the fairing, and my friend's going to bring it down to Jasper, Tennessee when we go down here next week. So as far as the motor goes, this is an actual legal Pro Stock 200 with 32cc heads. That's basically my Pro Stock motor, exactly. And we did update to the Brendan Powers slide and a different fuel map, obviously, to accommodate that. But I ran it for the first couple weeks that I had it without the slide, and then I changed it up to the slide. I just like it. It's so nice, especially through the open cowl and stuff. And Brendan's made some tweaks to this, which makes it so nice for lake boating. I mean, I'm not even into the slide till almost 90 miles an hour, which is super cool. So, and you know, like I say, the you know, Powers flywheel, basically my Pro Stock combination, just sort of prettied up a little bit with some billet accessories and some fun stuff that, you know, when you're class racing that you can't do. So I enjoyed that. And then, like I say, up here, we updated the gauges. We just put the Lavorsky, you know, they fit in the stock locations, but they're nice with the carbon and the bezels. I thought that suited this real nice. So yeah, it's just a fun boat. It's a really tricky to drive, and you know, I've gotten used to it now. It's a lot easier, but super fun. We're going to clean up the switch. Like I say, we're going to get rid of the switch panel. We're going to put a speed wire billet aluminum switch panel in there, and then we're going to incorporate the Powers steam wheel into it. I think it'll clean that all up, look pretty good. And then plans for the winter is to put an in-control shifter in and just sort of get rid of the factory Merc one. So other than that, not really a whole lot of changes that we want to make. You can see I put the Powers foot throttle there. And then I did buy a Powers dead pedal that I'm actually going to probably install tonight. So I like having a dead pedal, so I wanted them to match, so it'll go down here nice. And yeah, just fun little projects. And back to the drag. So the drag is stuck around here, and this is a cool thing. I'm going to switch the camera around and just go over a couple things here with you. I wanted to buy the SS, and I talked to John. John wanted my drag, and it worked out really good. we were able to make a deal, and there was some money exchange and stuff, but that's not important. We kicked around different ideas of what we want to do with the drag, and the cool thing with John is that John owns, I don't know how many Allisons John owns. I don't think anybody knows, but he owns a lot of them. I would say the better part of 10. And he's very, very versed. He's a very, very versed wheelman, very good. He has all models of Allisons, everything. He has a Grand Sport, he's got an XB02, he's got an XB03, he's got drags, he's got XR02s, I mean, you name it, with a lot of miles in all of them. So and he actually has 2 other drags with 2.5s on them. So he had this 300X, and so we kicked around the idea of putting it on here, and I thought, I think that'd be pretty cool. I know it's a bit heavy, but guys are putting OMCs and stuff on them. So I actually bounced the idea by John. I said, why don't you put your 300X on there? And he goes, I don't see any reason why not. Why not? You know, so, and the cool thing with John is that he's versed enough as a wheelman to know when he goes out in it, if it's going to be right or it's going to be wrong. Second of all is he already owned he'd already bought the boat from me. He already owns the motor. He already has 2 with 2.5s. So he just looked at it as a fun project. He said, let's put it on. If it doesn't work, I'll take it back off. It's, what's the end of the, what's the difference? So it was cool. So we bolted the motor on. It's a 15-inch steel. And we put a little bit of ballast in the front, and John's been out in it once and actually is pretty happy with it. We just had to move a couple of things around we're playing with now, and I'll show you how we went about this. For steering, obviously, these are string steering boats. So we got a hold of Brent at Baycour, and I said, hey, do you think you could make up some wing plates? And he said, yeah, for sure we can. So we took the boat over there, and Brent made these wing plates up. And now he did say, being that we have to put the bend in them and stuff, he recommended them out of stainless steel. So I said, well, that's fine. John was happy with it. So, and then, we got our pulley alignment dead right. And that all worked out really good. And, we just mounted it on the setback that was here. We got trim sensor and, and all the aim, the aim dash is still in the boat. The aim is fully functional. All the everything that I had done to this boat is still fully functional. It just literally has a different motor in it. So he has tested it once, and he says it's pretty neat. He said the torque is insane. So he's going to play around with it a little bit. Like I said, we got a little bit more ballast on the front. We had actually had a little bit more setback in it, and we took some out. So he's going to go back out here this weekend and try it out again. So anyways, those are the projects that I've been working on here as far as boats go and work. Like I say, my stuff, and got this one done here for John. But now I'm just going to go in the shop, and I'm just going to sort of go over what's been going on and why I've been missing and why I've been absent and that sort of thing. So I'm sure you've all been wondering where I've been. I get a lot of messages asking, hey, when's the next video coming and what's going on? You're getting out of racing and all this kind of stuff. And I feel like I owe you all an answer. So here it goes. And it wasn't any one thing. It was a compound of a whole bunch of things. And let me start back with, I always prided myself in how hardcore I am when I get into something, and whether it be, when I was racing snowmobiles or cars or anything like that, I just get a little bit obsessed with it. And I'm always sort of willing. I always talk about how I'm willing to work harder than anybody else and all of that. And that's all pretty true. But what I didn't really realize, it took a long time because I've been doing this for a long time and I've been that way, is I didn't really realize the toll that it was taking on so many other areas of my life, and mainly my health, mainly my relationship, or my family, my business, and all the things that are super important to me were a bit neglected because I was just so obsessed with this race, and I just was so obsessed that I was going to make a name for myself and that I could jump into any sport, no matter what it was, and within a year or two or a couple of years run right at the top. And because I've been able to do that in the past, and I wanted to do the same with boat racing, and then I get obsessed with it. But in order for me to do it at that level, I have to work an awful lot. And when I work an awful lot to make money so that I can pay for this stuff, and then I spend all that money on parts and testing and going over data, and because that I eat a lot of shitty food, and I'm always eating in restaurants or like fast food and all this sort of stuff. So because there was nothing else but racing. There's no fucking family dinners. There's no barbecues, going to friends, dinner parties, vacations, nothing but racing. that's how I go. And again, so it's taking a toll. It wasn't until I kind of realized that what it was doing, I ended up being diagnosed with high blood pressure, crazy high blood pressure, and all this kind of stuff, and it scared the shit out of me. And I realized, and then my business at work wasn't where it needed to be, because I was there every day, but I floated in and out a whole lot. But just when I was there, I was thinking about racing, and I'm going over data, and I'm doing all this sort of stuff, and it's not really getting my attention. And then, like I say, the kids are at that age where they're young and they want to do things with me, and I'm always in the garage and stuff. So there was that. So that started to weigh on me, and I kind of knew something had to give, and I just didn't know what it was at that time. Then, as most Zach, his whole life has always been into racing as well. Like he's raced, he's always raced motocross and snowcross and BMX and all these sort of things. But through COVID, none of that could happen. And he had some early injuries and that just sort of set him back. But he starts to get back into motocross, and he starts getting into motocross at a pretty heavy rate. So now on top of all of this stuff, I'm driving him to the track, 1 to 2 times a week so that he can ride. And then he's starting to come to the gym with me. And so then early this spring, Zach was offered a position to go back to racing snowcross again, which is his true passion. And that was like a dream come true to us, because we got out of it a few years ago because of the expense, and also because we were sort of pursuing another avenue with BMX racing. At that time, he thought that was the direction he wanted to go. But he wasn't into it too awful long before he realized that snowcross was his love. But by that point, we had sold everything. So anyways, when this position came up, it was a real eye opener to me, because now we're taking this motocross thing super serious. Now we're always at the track and riding and stuff, and I'm trying to do the boat racing, and I'm work on the boat, and I'm at the racetrack with him, and we're at the gym, and we're doing all these things to try and get in shape. I'm trying to get my health back in track. So I've changed my eating habits. I'm in the gym 6 days a week, and all positive stuff, which is fucking awesome. But there's the reality check was this: is that I'm going to take off and go racing with him, because I'm actually going to be his mechanic on this team, which is super awesome. But we're going to be away a lot this winter. Like we're going to a lot of races. So my business, it's kind of easy for me to be away a lot in the winter. So things are a bit slower, but in the summer, not so much. And then on the other hand, I got employees that all like to take summer holidays. So man, I can't take off 5, 6, 7 weekends a year in the summertime to go boat racing down in the deep southern US, because there's no boat racing up here. We have no choice. We drive fucking 15, 16 to 25 hours, or we don't race. I can't do that, then take off 2/3 of the winter to go race snowmobiles. It's just, financially, time-wise, it just doesn't work. So we had a decision we had to make, or I had a decision that I had to make, and there is no fucking way that I'm sticking my hobby ahead of my kids' hobbies. I never have. When they were growing up, I always took a back seat for them to do dance, do karate, and I wouldn't change that for the world, and I'm not going to change it now. So that was a no-brainer. The boat racing had to stop. There was just no fucking way. And everybody said to me, oh yeah, that's fine, take a break, but don't sell the boat. Don't sell the boat. The boat's worth $70,000. I don't have enough money where I can just stuff it away in a garage for 5 years and then bring it back out, down the road if I want to go boat racing again. Like I can't just stuff it away and then buy another toy. I'm like, that doesn't work. So I thought, why not buy a boat when I can, like when this deal come up with the SS, I get money difference, and I can buy a boat that I can go lake running with my buddies on Sunday mornings and enjoy it. And Zach's been enjoying it too. He's been driving it. We can go do that every Sunday in this boat. And then if I take a notion that I want to go racing again, that's a very viable race boat. It's proven itself. It's already won Jasper, Tennessee. So the long and short of it is, I just needed to really do a lifestyle adjustment, huge. And so I put my fitness and my health first, which has been awesome. And the time with the family and the kids' hobbies and the things that they want to do. And I've been blessed to have my boat now that I can go out Sunday mornings with my boys. That's my time. I go out Sunday morning, we go on our fast Sunday morning run, and then it comes back and it goes away. I was even blessed in the summertime to get out a couple of times through the week, maybe the odd, one night a week. So that could put on the back burner, but man, we're so blessed in that this opportunity was presented for Zach to go race snowcross, and I get to go back on the road with him, and we're going to race in the US and Canada and do those things again in a sport that's very youth driven, and the cool thing with this stuff, with the motocross and the snowcross and stuff, like I say, they're youth sports, but the nice thing with drag racing, be it boat drag racing or car drag racing or whatever, it's not as age defiant. So I mean, there's not one of us out there who hasn't broke away from racing to raise kids and do things. It happens, it's life. And then, but you can always come back to it. And I don't doubt that I will, you know, and maybe in the next couple of years, who knows? You know, we're still going to go away. We're still going to go to Soda. We're going to go down to the Soda race this weekend and do the river run. I'm going to do some pit crewing for Greg Keeling, help out with him. Next summer, I'm sure we'll go to Jasper again. We're still going to go, but man, it was just a lot. There's a lot for us going on, which is all positive shit. It's so amazing. We're so blessed, but something had to give, and it had to be the boat racing. And then through that transition period, honestly, just didn't have the time for the YouTube. I'm like, okay, I'm going to work less at work, but I'm going to be more productive when I'm there. I'm going to go in early. I'm going to get shit done, get my guys in order, you know, get their parts ordered, and I can leave early, which is awesome. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get in the gym 6 days a week, no matter what. It's a non-negotiable. It's like brushing my teeth. I'm going to get my health on track because fuck, I'm no good to anybody if I'm dead. So I've done that. I've got my blood pressure in order. I've lost 20 pounds. I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in my life at 50 years old. I've been spending a ton of time with the kids doing the shit that they want to do, especially Zach with the, you know, riding the moto on Saturdays. We go to the track and our friends. I'm going to get to race snowcross. So I've found a way where I'm still going to get my racing fix because, you know, these snowcross sleds that we race have AIM data on them. So I'm going to, you know, I'm going to work with the team and I'll be, you know, we can pull the data and go through that sort of stuff and then be the mechanic and the snowmobile clutching and stuff, which was my thing before, and I was good at it and I enjoyed it. And so I'm super excited about that at a time when I can afford to be away from my business. In the summertime, I'm going to hunker down and work, you know, 5 days a week, but leave early so I can get to the gym and get healthy. I got my Sunday morning runs with the boys. It's just a lot better for us right now. So I'm not going anywhere. I got some cool projects coming in here for this winter, some boat stuff that I'm going to be working on for some guys. So I'm going to continue to document that. We're going to go down to the Soda race here. And we're going to do the river run and the racing. And I'm going to document that race. I'm going to try and do a bunch of interviews and get a bunch of good footage down there. So I'm going to do my best. Am I going to have a video once a week? Probably not. Will I have one once a month? I'd like to think so, but I don't really know. But I'm still going to do my best because I love this sport and I ain't going nowhere. I'm just getting out of the driver's seat, call it. So anyways, I just appreciate, you know, it doesn't frustrate me when people ask where I've been because honestly, they're only asking because they care and they miss the videos. And you know what? I'm going to try and put some stuff out there. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the Soda race here in Tennessee next week. I'm sure it's going to be a really good turnout. And I appreciate you guys sort of sticking with me through all of this shit. Hopefully, you know, you continue to subscribe and you continue to watch the videos and share them with your friends and whatnot. So from the bottom of my heart, man, I appreciate it. I thank you. Man, just stick around and, you know, keep the faith in me that I'm going to keep doing some stuff for you guys and offering you some stuff. You know, there might be some Sunday morning fast boat rides and that sort of stuff, but it's all going to be super cool. So anyways, thank you. As always, I appreciate it. I love you. Enjoy.